In 2015, a lot of things happened in my life, a lot of changes. I got pulled out of relationships and the world, basically. And instead of giving up on myself, I decided to search out the truth in the world. What is the truth? I wanted to know the meaning of life. I wanted to know, who is God? Does God exist? And I was very curious about Jesus Christ. My whole life, I believed in God, but I just made up God in my head, who's fine with this and fine with that and whatever. I didn't believe in the biblical world or the biblical God. I decided to search for the meaning of life and not give up and keep going. And this is definitely divine intervention in my life, because many of you, brothers and sisters, did the very same thing. We went onto YouTube because YouTube has a lot of good information. Not all of it is good information, but right, the truth community, which is the Christian community, if you really get down to it, if people don't have Jesus in their life, they're not a truther. Jesus is the way, the truth, the life. He tells us plain, and it's true. So I decided to start reading the Bible for myself, because I never did. I just dismissed it. That's what so many people do. You believe in the Bible, and they've never even tried to read it. It's too hard to read or something, right? In 1 Corinthians 3:19 it says, "For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness." So many quote-unquote scientists, and I'm not anti-science, God made science, that's the way the world works, real science, not the fake Freemason stuff that has 666 encoded into it. You can look that up for yourself. 1 Corinthians 3:19, God says, "For the wisdom of this world," the wisdom of men and women, "is foolishness with God," right? We think we know it all, but we don't know, like, when it comes to what God knows, it's embarrassing what we know. Like, for people that are prideful about their intellect and whatever, they need to humble themselves fast, because God's ways are so much higher than our ways, we can't even begin to comprehend things. Right? He's the potter, we're the clay. "For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God, for it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness." This reminds me of everyone's favorite scientist heroes. We'll look at two of them. Michio Kaku, I'm not sure if he's an astrophysicist or just some kind of scientist. Doesn't really matter. He's a scientist in the community. People look to him for truth, right? He came out in a video recently. I will link it below in this video here. What does he say? "Oh, we lied to you about gravity, but you know, whatever, no big thing, right?" There's no gravity, there's density and buoyancy. Again, you can look this up and research for yourself so you know it. You don't have to just take my word for things. I'm just trying to push you in the direction of Jesus Christ and truth. And what about our other favorite astrophysicist, Neil deGrasse Tyson? In a video, in an interview, and I will link it here. Here's the video. I will link both these videos below so you can watch them. They're not very long. Neil deGrasse Tyson says the Earth is pear-shaped. Now remember, most people think this is really a photograph from outer space, and it's the Earth, the globe, right? But NASA has come out, and there's a man and a computer that made this image using Photoshop and using cut and paste tools. What happened to all the stars? Where's all the satellites? Blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. This picture is made by a man and a computer. It's CGI. That's what it is. It is not a real photograph. If you believe that, you have a lot of research to do. This is part of brainwashing. When you're brainwashed with some information your whole life, it's hard to shake that off. But you can do it. I've done it, and many people have done it. We know that this is false now. This is a graven image also, but it's made by a man and a computer. It's not a photograph from outer space. So again, we lied to you about gravity, one of the top scientists in the world. The Earth is pear-shaped, one of the top scientists in the world. Right? Where is the pear shape? We all know what a ball looks like, and we all know what a pear looks like. A pear is not a perfect circle, right? It's skinnier on top, or if it's upside down, the bottom. Doesn't really matter. Do you see a pear-shaped Earth here? Because Neil deGrasse Tyson says the Earth is pear-shaped. Here's an official image from NASA. Brothers and sisters, I just want you to look into this. If you really believe that the Earth is millions and billions of years old and the Big Bang is real and evolution is real, there's types of adaptation and evolution that happen in the world, but it's never been a change of kind. A monkey or a monkey man or a caveman type of being didn't evolve into us. God made us. He breathed life into Adam's nostrils, took Eve from Adam's rib. He made us from the dust of the ground. This is honestly real, and I know people have been brainwashed to not believe this. Look at these crazy Christians talking about the Bible and stuff. The world is biblical. I hope you find out sooner than later. No one's guaranteed tomorrow. No one knows when they die. Today is always the day of salvation. Brothers and sisters, everyone else, Xavier, thank you, brother. God bless you, everyone.